Those hands on to lexicon of executive client research. We got some jars and graphs, we got some proofs and gaps. It's executive client research.
Let's have your cameras turned on.
Hey everybody, welcome to Executive Client Research, the official first episode. This is the actual pilot episode. Very exciting to be here. My name is Will. I am one of the lead researchers here at ECR, and I am joined by Atticus. Hello, Atticus.
Hello, thank you for having me. I am a co-head researcher.
Yes. I don't like you saying that I'm having you, because you're also having...
Yes,
I guess
okay.
You're also thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
No, I'll call you. Yeah, so this is fun. For those of you who heard our pre-pilot episode last week,
Sorry.
We're sorry. This is going to be a little bit more polished, hopefully. We do have a plan today. But I was just taking a shower beforehand. Shower not important. I just wanted to kind of drop in that I do clean myself. Little bit of a humble brag there. But it occurred to me, something that has been on my brain, you'll be able to, hopefully, I don't know, you'll remember this. I've been playing some video game lately. I've been playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Remember that?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's an old one.
That's an old, it's like 20 years old now.
And it shows, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely... Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like a modern game by any stretch. But I really have been enjoying it. I don't know. Every so often I try to like get back into... play a video game. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know if this is for me. And so much of it is that it's so overwhelming. You know, like modern games.
Trying to figure out where to go. I feel like my main thing
Oh my
is just
God.
where to go.
Exactly. Where do I freaking go? And back when they made this for like the original Xbox, they didn't have like enough like memory or whatever to like make a really big map. So like it's pretty straightforward where you got to go and what you got to do.
I did not find that when I was playing the game to be straightforward and easy to navigate.
Yeah, 20 years ago, it was the most confusing thing of all time. But we were also children, so definitely way easier to parse now. It's so funny. I remember, I'm playing it and I'm laughing. Remember, like, why was I confused about like how combat works? It's like so obvious. You just press.
So have you gotten
this
pretty
button.
far into it?
Yeah.
Are we talking lightsaber far?
Oh yeah. I'm a
Whoa.
Jedi.
Is that like 10% of the game or something ridiculous that I should have been able to do?
It's
like,
pretty
oh,
early,
yeah. Pretty
It-
early?
It's basically like
That's
there's
very
like the
funny.
starting area and starting. I mean, I guess I don't know how long the game is entirely, but like, yeah, you do get a lightsaber, and then it's like then the game begins.
Wow. Because I got to that point like maybe once.
Yeah, very deep into it. And for some reason I thought I had like played the whole thing before, but maybe, you know what? Maybe what happened was that like we were big into cheat codes as kids. And so maybe I just put like God mode on and just like
Rocked through it.
yeah. Cuz I don't remember anything that's going on. Yeah, it's a good time. And it occurred to me that like the other video game thing that is going on, like, have you seen that the new GTA first trailer is like dropping this week?
I'm not
I guess
heard
they're
about
teasing trailers now for video games. And I bring this up mostly because I don't know, it's topical. This is a bit of a topical show. We're covering the hottest topics of ripped from the headlines. Not really, but the thing about how why was I thinking about this? Just that, like, I don't know. I guess look, Star Wars and GTA just being such like a big, just such a massive game that like the fan pressure for stuff is really, really high. and how things are bad when they're made for fans.
Mm.
And
Is that the
like, when
sense
you listen
people
to
are getting
fans.
already?
Oh, I have no idea what it's going to be, how it's going to be. I think that like people are, I don't know. There's it being like it will automatically be like one of the biggest media events of our lifetimes just by virtue of the fact that it's the newest Grand Theft
Right.
Auto game. So there's like it's a cultural event in and of itself. Point being that there's a lot of like opinions on what should and shouldn't be in there, and it's just kind of funny
Yeah.
to like listen to that. And like same thing goes for like movies. Star Wars, classically the franchise where you start listening to what fans think the thing should be, and
You see results. We'll say that.
yeah, it's
Your
really
quality
bad.
goes straight up.
Yeah.
Because fans know what's best for them.
See, it's very funny, and you know I'm probably like that, but I feel like at this point there's enough examples of just look at what fans want. They're wrong. They're always wrong. The people who
Right.
make the best stuff are the people who aren't listening to fans. So I don't know. Don't listen to the dang fans.
Unless you get a call from me. Because I got some good ideas.
Yeah. Just setting the stage for any listeners of the show. You can back the fuck off.
You guys should have like ideas pre-planned. Okay. Okay. The fans are wrong again.
Well, should we jump into it? Should we hit our first exhibit?
I wonder if we should have like some sort of, we should have a Keemstar style sound drop here for let's get straight into the news or whatever he does. Yes.
We're gonna do our first topic. Oh wow, this is a 36-second clip. Hold for applause. All right, that's enough. Who's going first? We need to talk about that.
I feel like with that amount of applause, I saw your hand go up. I think you should present. I saw you thanking the audience for applauding. So,
My topic is hitting these different buttons that I've never hit before. Yo. Okay, I'm gonna stop hitting the buttons. Okay, my first topic. We're talking about the dang Cybertruck, dude.
oh no.
Yeah. So the Cybertruck started taking the Tesla Cybertruck started being like delivering this week. I believe is what happened.
But there's like a huge difference between what they're doing and what they've promised, right?
There are definitely different. So I guess it was like announced in 2019, or there was like some big, there was some sort of there was some like prototype vehicle in 2019, and the vehicle is definitely different from what it was back then. I guess it's like quite a bit smaller than it was back then. There's some other like fit and finish things that are different. It being smaller I do not by any means mean to imply that this is a small vehicle, because it is an enormous vehicle. In fact, I was curious about the weight of this thing, and then I'll back up and kind of explain overall what's going on. But the weight of the Cyber Beast model, which, you know, good shit, is 6,843 pounds, which is a staggering number. You could stack my car and your car together, and it would be still less than the weight of that.
Wow.
Yep, that is an extremely heavy vehicle. It is.
And you and I have heavy vehicles.
Yeah, I mean
No, I don't.
I don't know. We have two like cars. I don't know. It's not
Right.
like we drive smart cars.
Right. Normal.
Normal freaking cars. Yeah. I drive a Bugatti. You drive a Lambo. Yeah, pretty normalized
cars.
cars. Yeah. Don't make a big deal out of it.
Trust us, we're executives.
Yeah. So I'm sure people already know about the Cybertruck, but I guess, I mean, how do we even describe it like it's I guess ostensibly a Tesla's version of the Cybertruck, or sorry, of a pickup truck. It is the Cybertruck. Don't know why the fuck it's called Cybertruck. I guess the point is that like cyberpunk is as an aesthetic like popped into Elon Musk's head at some point, and he's just like, oh, this could be Cybertruck, and that's kind of like the design
It's
ethos
not like
for
it's
everything.
like a especially internet capable car, or that's not the gimmick around it or anything.
No,
Right.
Like it's a real car. Like it almost like, oh, I made the Cybertruck. It's like freaking. All right, I made like the cyber president. There's nothing. That's you're just calling it fake, essentially, or something. I don't know. But like it lifts a lot of like I guess design inspiration from the cyberpunk genre, which I guess like even that is kind of a weird lineage too, because it's like cyberpunk itself is like the name of a wasn't it the name of that like tabletop game? Like I don't know if that necessarily describes a genre, and it's sort of a Kleenex type situation.
Sure.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but like it's stupid is the the point of getting across. But it's this enormous, like it's made out of stainless steel, or like the exterior is stainless steel. It's like super polygonal, like very sharp, flat lines all the way around it. It doesn't look like anything else on the road, which I guess is the point, or like it's a selling point for people who like that or something. I don't know. It's annoying is how I feel about it. But yeah, so they started delivering orders for these things, and yeah, it's a little bit smaller than it was promised. The range is less than it was initially announced at, and it's more expensive than it was initially announced.
And
at.
it's not in mass production as promised, right?
Yeah. So the story goes, I guess, right? Like that's always kind of been the Tesla story. Tough to spin up production or whatever. And I guess like whatever. People, you can hear my voice that I'm a hater. I know Tesla isn't just Elon Musk, and it takes many, many smart people to make and manufacture a car. I freely admit that Tesla could make a perfectly reliable, safe for drivers, passengers, pedestrians, and other drivers, affordable, sporty, and environmentally friendly car, and I would still somehow find some way to shit on it. But lucky for me, I don't need to worry about that because it's very easy. These cars are none of the above.
Yeah.
And it's obvious from looking at any of this. Like, kind of my way into this was like seeing the crash test videos that have been going around online for these things, and so there are like legal standards that vehicles are required to meet to get onto the roads to be sold in the U.S. So, which Elon's fuming about that. Like
right.
you're just being
that
any
alone
kind of
is
regulation.
I was gonna say that already is just far beyond what he's willing to engage with.
Right, exactly. And listen, I am not an expert about how cars should be engineered, but you see the compilations like put like the Cybertruck next to the different crash tests for cars. It seems to me that these regulations that are required for cars to meet to get out on the road, they were just barely met. You know, if at all, kind of thing. Like, okay, you know about crumple zones? The concept of that, like when you get into a car crash, there's actually been like really like interesting.
There's kind of a reason cars are shaped the way they are.
There's a reason cars are shaped the way they are, and like there's been really significant advancements in car crash protection over the years, over the 100 years that cars have been mass produced and around the world. And the kind of like a basic tenet of this is that like the car will like just completely crumple around you, basically. Like it will absorb the impact, and it makes cars like easily totalable kind of thing.
But that's a good thing.
It's a
Because
very good thing.
you
Yeah.
didn't die in it.
Yeah. You want the car to take all the damage instead of you. Like there's this, like early on, there's this idea of this like, okay, let's make it so the cars don't break when when they crash, and then turns out like that's all that energy is like just transferred into the contents of the vehicle.
That's why you'd want to be thrown clear at that stage.
Right, yeah. But no, that's like you get into a car crash now, and like I don't know, you can definitely get hurt, but like the technology is actually pretty incredible with modern cars that like it's just gonna crumple all around you and mostly protect you. That being said, that is for light passenger vehicles, like the kinds of cars that we have. Like we drive like sedans and like I drive a station wagon, you drive a sedan. Those have like certain safety requirements, and those are built to do a lot of not do a lot of, but basically like you can crash those, and they'll take the damage for you. Like heavier duty like work vehicles, which technically like pickups are a part of, like pickups and vans and trucks and SUVs kind of thing. They don't have to. They don't adhere to the same like guidelines apparently here in the U.S. There's this sort of like crash compatibility thing that goes on when like you can crash like passenger vehicles into each other, and they're designed that they're gonna like keep you safe. And like I don't know, you can kind of crash any one of any passenger vehicle into another passenger vehicle, and they're both kind of like built to be compatibly safe nowadays. Trucks and SUVs don't have to do so much of that anymore. So it's like there's this idea that like those are safer vehicles, and there's like I guess that's just not necessarily the case. Also, it is more dangerous for passenger vehicles. So there's this kind of mutually assured destruction race going on with American vehicle purchasers to like buy bigger and bigger vehicles because there are just bigger and bigger vehicles on the road, kind of thing. Like it's going to be you get into the visibility thing and all this, whatever. All this to say that the Cybertruck is a really horrible entry into all of this too, because it doesn't have the same sort of safety standards that are required for passenger vehicles, and also it's super fucking heavy. I mean, electric vehicles in general are very heavy because of the battery, and like that matters because, dude, okay. Electric vehicles can go very fast. Like the like something about the way that electric motors work versus internal combustion engines work, that like you just get a ton of torque right away, and so you can make this 6,800 pound vehicle move really, 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 really fast, and it weighs so much that like that's a missile.
What's the Formula One equivalent for electric? Is it E1 or something? So, like simple
Formula E.
Formula E, and those go faster than Formula One, don't they?
Or
do they just?
I don't know. I don't know. Really
accelerate
much about Formula
quicker
E
or something. Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like you can't. Yeah. It's. I'm not going to try to deny that like electric vehicles don't have like an edge on internal combustion engines as far as like that kind of performance goes or anything. That'd be a hard case to make. But like stopping becomes an issue at that point. You're also this massive vehicle with like kind of lifted like visibility. There's a lot of talk about how dangerous these vehicles are for pedestrians in places, and I was watching some like walk-arounds of the car where
we got a real hater on the case.
Yeah, I'm a big ass hater, dude. Where like like there's just really sharp corners on the thing.
Oh my God,
that are
I
like
know.
right at like child head height. Like it's the child
It's like a Mad
decapitation
Max
device,
car.
which is that's a great segue into the next point because like fucking Elon I'm sure would be like, yes, it is Elon, it is Mad Max car. I don't know his voice, but like he would take that as like a compliment or like, oh yeah, look how epic it is. It looks like it should be like in Mad Max.
And we're all saying we don't want that on our roads.
We don't want that on the
people.
roads, dude. Like it's bad. You know, Mad Max. It's like it's a bad thing.
Dude, this looks dystopian and it's scary.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my car for people who could take their kids to school. No.
Yeah. We don't like, and there's like, I think that these people, like Elon and Elon's like, fans, but generally like, I don't know if it's Silicon Valley brain people or something. They like kind of do think we live in the Mad Max world.
Right.
Like, so another big part of this is that they made the fucking car bulletproof. You know, have you seen those videos?
I haven't seen people shooting it I've just heard people talking about it, but
yeah.
It's so funny too, like when you talk about like the Elon Musk fans, where they're like, I think please everyone keep in mind you're talking about the richest person in the world right now, like the boycott stuff, where like what is the number of that have pulled out of advertising is equal to like several billion, right, or something.
I don't know. I don't
know. Maybe a billion or half a billion or something. And people are like, I'm putting in, like, people like Tim Pool are like, I'm putting in $250,000 to an advertising campaign. It's like, you're such a bootlicker. And like,
I'm secondhand embarrassment just hearing about that.
And then,
oh, dude,
because you said the bulletproof thing. Elon Musk tweeted the Cybertruck production line, and Tim Pool quote tweeted it and said, I got my pre-order in, definitely going for the bulletproof for security reasons.
God damn it.
Tim Pool thinks so many people are trying to shoot him. I think the real problem is so many people he's inspiring to shoot people. So
which,
it's just
I mean, I guess like it's not maybe the worst thing to like put out there as like an idea. Just saying. But that's the people. Why do people think that like? I don't know. Why do people think that you need to have a bulletproof car? Like, why are you selling a bulletproof car?
I haven't. Have you heard of anyone being shot? A celebrity being shot in their car in the last 50 years?
I mean, I'm sure you get drive-bys or things like that and all this type of thing. Like, I'm sure you can shoot for the, like, but it's a weird, it's not like I don't know. It's not like you could get like lane keep assist and like let me add that package on for like bulletproof thing. Also, crucially, the windows are not bulletproof.
Still, isn't that where people shoot at?
You'd think,
so they can
like,
see
I'm
you?
really gonna get his legs.
I'm gonna stop his skateboarding career. That's what he's really worried about.
Tony Hawk's got shooters out here. Yeah. So yeah, I guess like you can get like the top of the line model will have bulletproof windows, but then you can't roll them down. But
that
like,
sounds. I don't know shit about anything, but that sounds like a safety hazard.
dude, oh god, yeah. That's the whole thing about all of this, where like they really do be saying like there's a refusal to build, there's like an outright rejection of any sort of like okay. So one way you can approach designing something, I guess, is to say like we want to question conventional wisdom. You know, like we don't want to take anything for granted necessarily. We don't need to say like is the way that things have been done like necessarily the best way that they can be done. And I don't think that that's necessarily a bad impulse. I think that there are good reasons to try to think, like interrogate the traditions of a particular industry or something. But there seems to be an insistence on like in like the Tesla milieu and like this whole like general like anti-intellectual thing going on where they're like I will automatically, if I reject everything, I will like, and just because I am so fucking smart myself, I will be able to come up with a better way. Like there couldn't possibly be any good reasons for the why things are the way they are in any respect. So like, why would we have like mechanical door handles, for example? It would be better, more aerodynamic and cooler to just have electronic door handles, kind of thing.
Did you see, or do you probably know more about this? But I saw a little bit about explaining how it does how Teslas detect for like self-driving purposes, like the sensors. Like the other companies were using like laser technology for detection, and he insisted that just a camera would be good
for keeping like a driver's eyes on the road, or for like scanning the environment, like
scanning
LiDAR
the environment for the
the
car to understand its surroundings. And engineers kept on pulling him aside. Like his team was telling him the camera is not enough. Like why are you insisting on taking the limitations of human eye? Why, like you could, and other companies did lasers, and it, I think eventually they've had to go back to doing lasers or something.
Yeah,
but that
God,
was just
I hope
like,
that whole thing. That's crossing my fingers. It seems like that the self-driving stuff has like chilled out. Like I don't, right? Like it kind of seems like it was really hot there for a minute. In Elon insisting full self-driving exists and all this, but like it seems like that it's been mostly. I mean, I don't know.
It seems less popular, but I mean, it does seem like something that could burst. The first thing to burst when you look at like Silicon Valley money drying up,
Yeah. Oh,
I just had an idea.
You just had an idea?
Yeah, I just turned my string lights on. That might have helped earlier.
Oh, nice. I thought you were like, hold on, I just fucking solved self-driving technology. Yeah, like
turn the lights on.
We need to pause this podcast. Hold on, let me write something down.
I'm gonna send an email to.
I guess I wanted to also compare it to like Toyota's $10,000 future pickup truck, which is like it's this like
Look it
you
up.
can here, I'll send you a link. I would like to be able to figure out how to like do
a shared screen.
Yeah, for the podcast, but you just, I guess for now we're kind of doing this old school because this is like a video show, whatever. But the like it's there's ways of doing like functional pickup truck things for people who like need to do this. But they made a $10,000 pickup truck for like developing countries, and it's got no
It looks great.
Creature comforts. It looks fucking sick, honestly. Like it looks like it looks like a functional vehicle.
Yeah.
And it is
10K.
What is it?
God.
It is half the weight of the Cybertruck.
How much is the Cybertruck?
Oh, so the Cyber Beast model is $100,000.
Oh my God. No one who can afford that needs to transport any amount of lumber anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's like in truck culture, generally is whack, right? Like, you buy like $90,000 F-150. I mean, you can get like King Ranch F-150s above $100K pretty easily too. Like, and you're not doing like you're doing contract work or whatever. You're getting like a work van and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's very silly to have these kind of pickup stuff. But like in other countries where they like actually need like flatbed type stuff that would be useful to have this. Like have you seen those like I don't know how to pronounce it, K trucks, like KEI trucks in Japan? They're like tiny little flatbed trucks. They're very cool. And they're probably like, yeah.
And it's illegal to
$7,000.
import them because like they're too efficient. Essentially, like there's some weird loophole that causes all of our trucks to be ridiculous size. Not only because we like, have like in fragile masculinity, wanting bigger trucks. Like there is like regulation that keeps the trucks big.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's kind of part. Like, there's the lobby, right? Like, there's the, God, I'm forgetting the name of it, but like auto manufacturers like do lobby like for that's why like there are different safety standards for these larger vehicles, and it goes with the like the environmental regulation stuff too, where like those. There's an exemption for big vehicles, like work vehicles. Like they don't have to have the same kind of gas mileage requirements that passenger vehicles do, and so that's why like they push like the SUV stuff so hard, because like, oh, it's technically a work vehicle. It's crazy to be to be looking at like
how do we
an
make
Escalade or a Tahoe or something and be like, yeah, that's a work vehicle in any stretch. But like, yeah, I guess.
Have you been in one of those recently though?
No.
That's so funny. Like I was in one recently, and the person like stepped on the gas, and it just felt like just like you could just feel the weight behind you. Like it's just like such a heavy vehicle.
Oh man, yeah. And you know what? Like, I get how that can be cool. You know, like I don't like I'm not one of these urbanist hippie type things. Like, I don't know. Like, not that like, you know, and those people have great points or whatever, right? Like, and they are right, and they should be dictating how policy works, right? But I do also get how it's fun to like roll coal and be like, I got a big like vroom vroom engine and that stuff too. Like I don't, and I think, I don't know, for me, like I think it's more convincing argument to be like, yeah, that stuff is fun. I don't know if it necessarily outweighs this other stuff. Maybe if we can have like good spaces for that or whatever. I don't think you, like I think public transportation or transportation in general needs to be rethought, like deeper down than even just like, oh, if we can just incentivize properly people to buy electric vehicles.
Yeah.
I don't think that's like the right way of going about it either.
You know what I think we need is we need more public service, obviously, but here's a great idea for one. We have libraries. Eventually hospitals would be public. We got police stations. Fine. We got like...
oh, interesting. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Atticus's ideal world.
Stop. Okay. No police. And fire department. And a racetrack. Where there's like a big monster truck in town that you can like go there for free and drive it around a track a little bit. And we can all agree it's kind of, I understand you think it's cool to be in a big vehicle. So you're going to go to the public track every month and drive it around a little bit. And then you're going to go back into you're going to get back in the train. Because or whatever,
get back
like
the fucking train and go home.
Like you're gonna get it out of you
I think that,
every month.
I think this is a great idea, and I think we already know what the monster truck's name's gonna be. Introducing the tragedy of the commons. I just saw that they got the cheering thing queued up again. Yeah, I love that idea. I think expand public services to include monster truck is the best possible platform you could run on, and I think that it's a winning platform. I'm glad I was able to talk you out of the police thing so easily.
Well, I guess I was just
I
put myself on the spot for what's public services in town, and I was shocked by how quickly I ran out of options. You know, what else do I?
I wonder if there's anything about that we can think about. That maybe there's
an opportunity.
Not that many of them anymore. There's a post office. That's the thing.
That is the thing. I have a shipment coming today by the Postal Service, and I was like, no post on Sunday. Just post on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. What
are they doing these days?
It's Amazon Day, right? That's what they call it. It's
not from Amazon, though.
Oh. Maybe it's... I think they still call it Amazon Day because everyone's still buying stuff from Amazon. But I think it's like the mail doesn't necessarily come, but like they'll deliver packages on Sunday because...
If I were them, I'd be like, what's the fucking difference for me? I'm still going to these houses. As a worker, I'd be like, hold on. No
give me a little
post
bit more
on
of those.
Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be out there. Might as well. Yeah. Oh man, maybe we gotta get. We should do the post office some week.
Go in on them.
As these fucking perverts, dude.
They're looking at my. They're sending me the most perverted mail. It's like, are you? Did you like order it? I ordered it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they keep they touch all of my like pervert items that I order. They're like, here's your pervert item, sir.
Do they know it's pervert items? I just know. I can see.
I want to make sure that I hit everything I wanted to about the Cybertruck. I guess the idea of like we live in a Mad Max world is concerning. There's this idea that like the world is turning to shit around them and they need to like protect themselves because they're so special and all of that. Like it's doesn't bode well. Don't like that. I don't know. I think this is just my overall, I guess, feeling about Elon Musk and Tesla and all this too is that it's not necessarily that Elon Musk is like particularly evil. I do think he is evil and should go away and shouldn't be in the thing. I do think that
I think the thing that sets him apart is he's grabbing the microphone a lot, and the other CEOs are too savvy to go out there all the time and say dumb shit.
Yeah, he's just like hopped up on Ket and stuff. Is another element to all of this. Watching that Andrew Ross Sorkin interview, like
really
just clips
bad.
of it, was so tough. But like, I do think that like a system that can allow these types of freaks to thrive and become the richest people of the world,
Something's
is
working.
bad system. Yeah, is not good. And so, I say tear it all down. Not really. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but it does seem to be that he, it seems like. Well, hold on. I'm not going to say this. I don't need to put a fatwa out on anybody on our first episode. So, let's transition over to our second topic for today. Take it away, Atticus.
I wanted to check in with male living spaces and see if we could like talk about a couple different genres of them.
Going from the most Reddit guy to probably a lot of
Pretty
his
Reddit-y.
fans
Yeah.
be living like this.
So I feel like there's a couple. I think the culture driver is the subreddit, and there's appreciators probably on Twitter, but I want to see if you can connect to any male living space tropes, for your own living space history.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you?
As a male who be living in a space, I feel like I'm uniquely qualified for this segment.
I think some of my favorite are when they're like, this is the only space I have full control over, and it's like it was like just a really obnoxious garage and like living room and like gamer room, and I was like, that's a lot of space that you have total complete control over.
That oh man. And also like I feel like that is not necessarily how I view like the platonic idea of a male living space is like a guy like recently like living in an apartment by himself for the first time in his
Yes.
life kind of thing.
Yes.
Not like not a guy. Man cave I don't think is part of male living space to me in my head.
They are allowed
Really?
on the subreddit, but
I don't like that. It makes it sadder. To do. Like I like the joy to me about seeing a male living space is like the part where it's just like I don't know. It's a dude who's never thought about it before.
Yeah.
Like
the people who are put
is like-
together are kind of annoying.
yeah. Like I guess I need a furniture, and so so I'm gonna.
What goes here? And it's just like a completely empty room, and it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's definitely some different archetypes of people. Some of them are on there to flex. These are people who have ordered $700 of RGB lighting.
Ooh, that's a staple.
Or they're spending $6,000 a month for like the best apartment in New York City. Those are the two.
Oh,
you know,
that does don't show a luxury bachelor pad on male living
they're
space.
doing that. They're doing that on there. And then
Hold on, I need to become a mod somehow, and like we need to strip this down to the people with the folding chair and PS4,
right,
And
who
that's
need
it.
help. This is a place where people come for help. I think some people come for inspiration, but I don't know about you, but I don't feel inspired when I see someone's like all concrete penthouse with like a Lamborghini in the living room. I don't like, I could figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
There's
Hey,
I
guys,
could take from that.
where should I park my Lamborghini in my house?
Or
Like,
don't be. I feel like you're being obtuse here. You could obviously scale that down. On someone on our budget. We could maybe get a go-kart in the living room. So,
Where vehicle go in living room? Should I?
I think one of my favorite posts, and it's let's see if I can send this to you. It is a request for help, which I think is already.
If you're posting on male living spaces,
I love that.
Is already a call for help.
It is someone's bedroom, and it's got like a bookshelf with an enormous fish, like sculpture on top.
Oh,
And it's captioned, "How do I make the fish look less scary?" In parentheses, removing is not an option. So I think that's kind of what we're working with for some people. Like it's
why do you think removing it is not an option? Do you think it's like fused to the wall? Like there's a curse
right.
involved? Like I've tried removing it, and like people close to me got hurt. That's why I can't do this.
I feel like, and the post that you're looking for, I just have stumbled across. It's an empty room with a dog bed and a dog on the bed, captioned,
Hell yes.
"We broke up and she moved out. This is my living room now." Period. Where we're asking
done
for
with the fish.
emotional help under the guise of living room help.
Yeah, that's a great genre of Reddit post, like across like many different types of communities too. Where like you'll get, if you go to the cigarettes subreddit,
No. Oh, God.
it's like, mom's being a bitch. I need a cigarette.
Oh my
Like,
God.
type of thing, and then it's just like, hell yeah, brother.
Do you have ideas for the fish?
I don't think it's scary. I think it's funny to say that this is. It's like, I gotta say, I kind of like the fish.
Am I just noticing now that on the shelf is like all of the Warrior Cat books?
Oh,
Which
wow.
were like a, maybe a middle school read for most people.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think you're good. I think my advice to this guy, you're good,
Get
brother.
another.
Yeah, run it back. Get another fish. It's like a nice bright, like fish can look very scary. I was picturing like a taxidermy fish,
yeah.
and put like a Santa hat on it or something, like a little costume or something, for the holidays. This is like it's like a sculpture. It's a very big one. It's like too big for the space.
Doesn't belong there.
Probably doesn't belong there. But like, it's not scary. It's a nice big yellow fish, my friends. Congratulations.
And then I've sent you.
What's this one? Oh yes.
First month in a new place. How am I doing? We've
This
got
is
literally.
perfect.
We've got a beach chair. For some reason, a towel or a blanket just laid out on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
A Home Depot box with a TV atop, and empty bookshelves.
Yeah, I really like the configuration. We go from like hardwood to carpet. Like the chair is set up on not hardwood, sorry, like tile, like linoleum, and then like the presumably that's where he's is sleeping on that blanket, maybe, or like that's supposed to be an area rug.
Go to the third picture and you tell me.
Oh, I don't see. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, never mind. I don't know what's going on here. You have big like 4 poster bed. Is that how you describe that? But it's like a big, or massive 4. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's doing great. This is the way to do it. I have lived like this, I will say. I think that like in my Austin apartment, I was definitely, sleeping on an air mattress for months, and had like the, I guess flat pack furniture set up going on for a little bit. Nothing on the walls. I still have a bit of a male living space going on myself in a lot of ways. Really bad at decorating. Only very recently did I ever get anything to put on a wall here, and I don't know. I've been living like Rust Cole for a good chunk of my life.
Rust Cole with like a lot of hard drives.
Yeah. Actually, I think that I need to rethink the way I'm doing things, if that's a way you can accurately describe me. No, we love the male living space, guys. I really don't like the fact that they're doing inspo posts. Yeah, that's not good.
Well, it's under the same like, does anyone have any suggestions for me? When you can tell that they just want people to be like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
We're not worthy.
Are people still doing this on Reddit posts? They're like saying like they're like doing like mealy mouthed excuse stuff in the title of it. It's like, this is my first time ever using a computer, and I don't really know how to do this, but is this any good? And it's, I don't know, whatever it is. They're like, this is the first time picking up a paintbrush. Is this okay?
Oh,
and
my
it's
gosh.
the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, I guess is how I'm pronouncing that. What if Mona Lisa was German?
Mona Lisa. Mona.
But yeah, are people still doing that?
I'm sure. I feel like that seems like classic, like attention-seeking behavior that'll never go away on the internet, because there'll just always be a new person who's thinks they've invented this type of manipulation.
Yeah. Maybe they'll be nice to me. Maybe my dreams will come true. I'll get a bunch of updates.
People will be like, you should start a Patreon and I'll pay your rent if you keep posting these stupid pictures.
You know what you should do is keep posting all this bullshit. Absolutely.
Well, I feel like it comes along with people trying to come across humble when they're more lying about how long they've been doing something. I just started. It's my first time singing.
This is my first time singing.
You like it? I'll just give it a
Here's
try.
the freaking. Hey, what's the most famous opera song you know?
I think we should
This
say
is
it
the
at the
segment of
same
the show
time.
where we name operas. Yeah, I think we're obviously thinking the same thing. We don't even need to say it.
I'm just gonna type something in unrelated.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Just agree, accept all cookies.
Oh yeah. I mean, not oh yeah. Just this other thing happened.
Berg's Wazik.
I was gonna say Berg's was it? Yeah.
What year was that? It's 1925.
It was around in the 1920s.
Yeah, I
I think
so.
it was before World War II, or maybe during the start of it.
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me, I'd know.
Berg's Wazik.
19 thing.
Yeah.
I saw something recently. It was a professor screenshot of an email they received that said the person was asking if they could use sources from the late 1900s. It's like from 1993 or something.
So sick. Do you still have the you're not watching movies from the 1900s policy?
Grown I've grown out of that, which you'd think I'd only grow more sure of myself over time, but I'm expanding my,
Nice. Now you're not watching movies from the 2000s either.
right. From the early
For the early
2000s.
20-odd hundreds.
I remember when I was a kid, you telling me that it was cool that I got to see like the turn of like a millennial, that was cool. And I remember thinking like I think you might have even said I was lucky to see like 1999 to go to 2000.
Was I threatening you?
No.
Like,
No, you're lucky.
Probably. Yeah.
But I think I took it as like me specifically, like my peers around me, like I was.
Well, and there are cathedrals everywhere for those with eyes to see. Maybe they did not have them.
And now I feel like it's like only now am I encountering people that haven't, who didn't
Yeah.
didn't see it happen. And now I feel lucky. You're right. You were right back then.
Mm-hmm. The Zoomers, I mean, like, it's not like I really like remember the 90s really, or like I don't remember like what like made the 90s, right? Like, I mean, I guess I wasn't online in the 90s. I don't think. So that's probably like
Let's
a big
pull
deal.
up your Twitter and see what you were tweeting in the 90s.
Yeah, I don't really remember the 90s. That was pretty fucked up back then.
I was doing a lot of fucking milk.
Yeah. But this is kind of fun. Something that I've been kind of enjoying seeing is Gen Z getting worked up about Gen Alpha.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, do you ever see those?
Mm-mm.
Like 19-year-olds talking about iPad kids?
I'm gonna do my best impression of someone who definitely isn't finding out for the first time that the generation after Gen Z is Gen Alpha. Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's all fake anyway.
Right,
It's what I've heard. I don't know if that's like I've just heard people say or read online people saying that. But yeah, there's a strong, and I gotta say, I'd be agreeing with Gen Z about the iPad kids. They're like, but it's also funny. Like, these millennials are raising their kids weird. Like, I do appreciate a lot of the flame towards millennials that comes from Gen Z. It is funny.
Really hurts our feelings, supposedly. Are Gen Z like not born on iPad though? But just barely not born on iPad?
I probably just barely not.
I feel like the grade behind me. No, my contemporaries that went to Xavier ended up on iPad at school. Everyone had an iPad at school. School issued.
But in high school.
Yes.
But like, I think the iPad kids are like, you take them to a restaurant as like babies, and you have or like a toddler or something, like at that age, and you put YouTube on for them. I think that's kind of like the iPad kid critique.
I feel like the society needs a debrief. We need reports from all sectors of society when you start thinking about what's on YouTube for kids. When you hear about like what kids are watching on YouTube, it just makes it like, man, what's going on? Everyone needs to come to the table. We need to work this out. We're taking
away YouTube for a little bit.
Yeah, and I need everyone to take this seriously and tell me what is going on and why they're doing it. Because you just hear about the weirdest shit going on YouTube for kids.
Yeah, that stuff is. Yeah, that stuff like legitimately scares me to a point. Like, I don't know what you do about that kind of stuff. Like, if I was gonna have a kid, how do like are all of their, like, would they be surrounded by iPad kids? Would they be like the freak if they weren't an iPad kid? So would I need to do iPad kid behavior type thing, and like you got to put on the algorithmically generated like Spider-Man Elsa injection mashups for
What
9
if you had
hours
a
at a
Marvel
time.
kid?
That is funny
It's
to
a
think
scary
about
world.
how like the counter.
You can't teach irony too soon. You know.
Yeah. Like what the like if I'm an irony poisoned millennial, like what is going to be like the reaction that like the next generation would be? Like are they going to be they're going to be earnest Disney kids or something?
Well, these are some of the topics that we might need to dive into in more depth.
We'll be diving into them more depth. We're going to double click on all of these things. Oh, I thought of more corporate jargon to share with you. We've talked a little bit about this, but out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that means inappropriate. Like that was out of pocket. That was out of line, kind of thing. I'm hearing people say it to describe they will be unavailable. Like I'm going to be out of pocket next week.
No, don't say that.
Have you heard people say that?
Just from you.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm just like thinking of like a few people who just like don't know the phrase.
So you've got multiple people saying it.
Yes. But like I suspect they are learning from each other.
This reminds me of another childhood story of being owned by Will as a child. Was listening to the Black Eyed Peas, and I think it's I Got a Feeling where he goes like, well, they all go Mazel Tov, right? At one point.
Yeah, fill up my cup, Mazel Tov.
Yeah, okay. I remember like, wow, why are they, why is that happening in this song? And I remember
You're like, I didn't know Will.i.am was Jewish.
I think I said to you though, instead of asking why do you think they're saying that in this song, I think I said, why is like all hip hop? Why is like every rap song? Why are they saying like Mazel Tov? And you said, name one other song besides I Got a Feeling that they do that. I was like, okay, just that one then.
They might. I mean, you might have had a point. I don't know.
But I only knew that one song,
Okay.
I didn't have others.
Why are they always saying?
They're always. Are they though? Or just
so
thinking
funny.
of one example. I think that's like an important like step you gotta sometimes check in with yourself, and you're like, why is this always happening? And then you're like, is this always happening, or is this just happening once?
It's the Donnie Darko meme.
Your camera does like a tracking.
It follows me.
And for a moment, it thought that the microphone was your head. I think when you're behind it,
I put it behind,
and it was
the
like,
microphone.
oh, your head got bigger and your neck got.
There's a little visual gag for the people watching.
The people who are just on their phones looking at it.
I didn't know that Spotify did video podcasts. But
Plop it up there.
yes, they do. Yeah. The other corporate slang thing that I wanted to discuss with. So Ben says that he has coworkers who say, I'm going to jack off to mean I'm going to.
No, they don't. He does not. He's lying. He's misheard them. That's not true. I don't care. That's not true.
He's like, all right, everybody, I'm jacking off for the weekend.
No, they don't say that. He's misheard them or he's lying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ben. Do you believe him?
It's
Come on.
I guess it's the mystery of Ben is that I have no choice but to I think he earnestly believes that that's what they're saying. And and it really could just be that somebody named Jack said I'm leaving the call.
Yeah.
And he's like he said he's jacking off.
And Ben's in the chat going, I'm gonna check off too.
Yeah, maybe he's just planting the seeds where he's like, when he gets outed for tubing, he can say that like everyone else was tubing first.
That's wild. So
Yeah.
no, I don't think that's corporate lingo.
Well, that's gonna do it for the inaugural episode, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
It's pilot season.
It's pilot season. That's going to do it for episode 1 of Executive Client Research. Thanks for joining us. We had such a good time. And is there any other buttons I didn't push yet?
I bet you got a bunch of buttons.
I think that's the last one that I didn't push yet. So we're going to find more buttons for next week or next episode. This isn't going to be a weekly show. I think we're doing a bi-weekly cadence, but wherever you find this podcast, keep finding it there. Enjoy yourselves. Executive Client Research. Enjoy yourselves.